Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this webinar talking about electrical power engineering at Glasgow Caledonian University. I'm pleased to be joined today by Tuleen, who is our Head of Department for Electrical and Electronic Engineering, and also Mohamed, who is our Programme Leader for Electrical Power Engineering. And we have Kalpesh here, who is one of our current students who is enjoying his studies with us, and he's here to share some of his experiences. So first of all, we'll have Tuleen discussing life at GCU, what studying here is like, a little bit about studying in Glasgow as a city as well. So without further ado, I'll pass on to Tuleen.
Thank you so much. Thanks. As Jenny mentioned, I'm Tuleen Boutaleb. I'm really happy that you are here and you made the time to come to this webinar. Again, as Jenny mentioned, I will just really go over a few things initially just about Glasgow and then general information about the university, and then just really go over a few details of services available and support. So if I can just initially start with Glasgow. Glasgow is an amazing city. It has over 600,000 population, and out of this is 130,000, around 130,000 students. So you'll find a lot of different activities for students and different venues and cafes and restaurants. So it's really, really nice and lively, but also beautiful. You can see some of the photos on the slide. And also some of the green areas is full of parks that you can visit. And also within the Glasgow city, there are really excellent connections and transports to all over Scotland and the rest of the UK. So it's really, really an amazing place to be in. Just really would like to get a video on the student lived experience. So if it's possible, please to start the video.
I'm Canada, and so my undergraduate studies have been in Canada. And I always was a bit jealous of people who traveled overseas for education. It's such a wonderful reason to go somewhere, to live somewhere. So many people studying here from all parts of the world. And yeah, and it's really just well set up for you to enjoy and get a lot out of your time here.
Coming all the way from India, I felt Glasgow was more comforting because you have like students from your hometown, your country, or from other countries as well who go through the same phase. So as a result, like Glasgow was very comforting, and because it's like a small city, everything is nearby, so you don't have to like literally go far away.
Glasgow is a city that is full of life and has a lot of opportunities for students. Walking on the streets of Glasgow, you would see different people. You could tell, yes, they are from different races, but each has their own ambition. You could see the zeal in it. So Glasgow as a city brings out you. It brings out the burst in you.
Thank you so much. So hopefully you've seen some of the lived experiences of our students. More specific about the GCU, so the university is really the top Scottish modern university, especially for highly skilled employment, and that's up to 2023. There are a number of information there that you can see, but if I focus specifically about employment, and I know that this is quite really important for the students and, on any program, and specifically as well on the electrical power engineering program. So you can see there, GCU has 91% of graduates in employment and or further study. So that's really above the Scottish sector percentage. And that's really what we would like to make sure on the technical skills, but also many other skills of presentations and writing and everything else that you hopefully be able to do during your year here. Labs are one of the things, and I'll come to that in a second. Your practical skills as well coming into place. A number of areas, as I've mentioned, and there we will focus on few of them, but the international partnerships that we have across the world, and also having a lot of international students, as been mentioned by some of the students already there. So that really gives you a nice, diverse campus that you would be able to interact with many other students all across the year. So again, please, just one more video from my end.
Hello everyone, my name is Laiba and I'm your student president at Glasgow Caledonian University. Whether you're an existing student or joining us for the first time, let me and my fellow student reps tell you everything you need to know about life on campus for the new term. It's quiet here at the moment, but it's going to be a lot busier soon, and we can't wait to see you. The majority of your teaching will now take place on campus, and for classes like tutorials, labs, and seminars will be on campus. Your program will still have some element of online interactive learning, but you'll be spending most of your time here at university.
The Sir Alex Ferguson Library has a huge array of resources, including books, ebooks, and journals to help you with your studies.
There are plenty of dynamic spaces for group study and for silent study.
We also have a relaxatory new space which gives you the opportunity to take time off your studies to focus on your well-being.
There are a number of catering outlets across the campus. Whether you're having a coffee, grabbing a quick snack, or making most of your time during the lunch break with something more substantial, we have got you covered. We also have plenty of delicious vegetarian and vegan options too.
The ARC Health and Wellbeing Facilities has everything you need to keep fit, work out, and stay in shape. You can access all our classes and equipments for as little as £15 per month.
If you want to make most of your time away from your studies, you can visit the Students' Association. You can join our sports club or society, take part in volunteering, or get involved in our magazine, The Edit, or Radically. You can hang out here with your friends, play pool, and use our full license bar. The Students' Association also have an advice center that can provide you with help and support for your health and well-being.
Our student support services are co-located in the George Moore building. Here you can access our funding team, career services, visa advisors, and well-being support. A campus life desk is your first point of call for all non-academic inquiries, from ID replacement to student status letters. You will find the support you need.
The Faith and Belief Center is open 7 days a week and is available for people of all faiths. Make sure you get your student ID card activated with security to enter. Even if you don't belong to any faith, you are welcome to use our facilities.
This is your opportunity to get the full GCU experience. You can make new friends, reconnect with old ones, and make memories that will last your lifetime. We can't wait to welcome you onto our campus and meet you all soon.
Perfect, thank you so much. Okay, so staying within GCU, you can see here 3 schools in Glasgow, and we've got 1 campus in London. The 3 schools in Glasgow are Glasgow School for Business and Society, Computing Engineering and Built Environment, Health and Life Sciences. Within the Computing Engineering and Built Environment is really where your program is situated, and specifically in electrical and electronic engineering department. But obviously you'll have other friends that you'll hopefully make from across the departments within the school and across the schools within the university. And here you see some of the facilities. So there is a focus across your program, and I'm sure my colleague will be able to give you a little bit more about this. But the labs are really, really important because they're the ones that they will give you the hands-on experience and the skills that you need. So normally what we do is for each subject, we have a 2 hours lab per week. So that hopefully will enhance the theoretical side that you would be covering in the other sessions for each of the subjects that you'd be covering. So as I've mentioned before, there are a number of different departments within this school, and each would have a number of associated MSc programs, as you can see here. And one of them is your program. So hopefully, again, you'll be able to meet other students across from all the different programs. So these are more specifically for the taught postgraduate, but there is researchers, so there are students that are doing their PhD, and there are undergraduate students. Your program is accredited by one of our professional bodies. So you can see here are all our professional bodies within the school. Your main one that you know is of interest to you is really the Institution of Engineering and Technology. So that's the one that you see right in the center of the slide. So that's the IET. But again, I'm sure my colleague will go over that. And one of the most important things as well that we do is we feed our research into what we teach. So research at school, we've got 3 main research centers: climate justice, built environment asset management, and smart technology. So that's within the school, but we also have research across the university, so more interdisciplinary one. And that is, as I've mentioned, is really, really important, and it's really good because you've got the lecturers that are teaching on the subjects in your MSc. They're feeding their research and their cutting edge research into what they are delivering to you. So again, you get that, that in the lectures and labs and so on. And very important societies, but specifically within the school, and some that would be really very relevant to you, such as the GCU Racing, Engineering, and potentially GCU IEEE student branch. So the GCU Racing are the ones that they build the Formula car for students, and they've just competed a few weeks ago. The electrical power engineering can contribute to the society either via their meetings and suggestions, or it could be as well something that you might want to consider for part of your projects, for example. And the GCU IEEE student branch, so again, if you're familiar, is really the Institute for Electrical Electronic Engineering, and we have a student branch in here. So I really would encourage you as much as possible. I know most likely you're focusing on your academic side and your studies, but as much as you can, get a bit more and be involved with the societies across the university, but also with any that are specifically within the school. And then on the student support, so that's really what we would like to do as much as possible throughout your time here. I think the students in the video mentioned about the well-being, health, and other support in there. The career development, I'll come to that in a second, but if I look just specifically at the moment on the academic, library, IT, LDC, so LDC stands for Learning Development Center, and basically in there you go over academic writing, so improving on academic writing. They run drop-in sessions, they run a number of sessions, for example, to how to avoid plagiarism. So there is really numerous support all across the year that we would hope that you will benefit from, beside the usual support that academically you will get from your lecturers. So if I look specifically on the career services, You can see there a number of services in order to support, your skills, career development, a number of tools covering letter and CV builder, interview simulator, for example. So I definitely would encourage you to go to the career services, look into their drop-in sessions, but also there are a number of career fairs across the year, not only here on campus, but there are across within the city. So I definitely really encourage you as much as possible to interact with that, so you are gaining the skills and ready to hopefully apply for jobs once you finish. We have our accommodation. It's just really across the road from the main campus, so really close. It can have more than 600 students in there. There's around 100 flats. It's really good. It has a 24-hour security, so it's nice and safe. So again, if you get an opportunity to look into that Caledonian court side, then that would be absolutely great. And just last, as I've started with Glasgow City, one of the main things as well to mention is that the university is right in the city centre. So you'll hopefully have a chance to get onto the public transport, whether it's bus, train, whatever, in order to explore and discover beautiful Scotland. I'm hoping that you are able to see some of the photos in there, and you will get a chance also to do that. So that's from my end, and I will pass you on to my colleague, Dr. Mohamed Elgenedy.
Thank you, Tuleen. Thank you very much for the bird's eye view of GCU and how things are running there. Thank you for listening to this record. My name is Mohamed Elgenedy, and I am your program leader for the MSc Electrical Power Engineering. So in this very simple presentation, I'm going to first welcome you to the EBE program, and then I'm going to give you a brief introduction about myself, my experience, and how I will be able to serve you as a program leader. And then we will delve more in depth about this specific program in terms of the program structure, the teaching methods, the assessment methods, how we will be able to support you in this program. And then we will discover together how you can access or find your staff members academically and whom to contact in order to approach them for questions and consultations, etc. And then we will touch base on the accreditation and the chartership with respect to this program. And last but not least, one of the most important aspects for you to join this program is to improve your skills and, of course, to find better career or even boost your employability in the landscape of the new industry. So with that being said, let's start with first for welcoming you to the EBE program. So all of us as a group in the EBE program actually are working together to bring to you the timely skills and the specialized knowledge you require for today's electrical power industry. It's not only limited to the industry, but also for the academia, with giving you the cutting edge research you will need to excel and to find novel ideas and expertise. So this program aims to develop the candidates for power engineering skills via expert teaching, and all the staff members are already involved with research work with either industry or high-profile research agencies, which means you are served with most cutting-edge problems in the industry and how to address them, and probably how to find novel idea in this respect. So the staff you should be contacting if academically is myself, Mohamed Elgenedy, the program leader, and for the admin work it will be Mrs. Deborah Irvin, which is the program coordinator. And with respect to our EBE program, I am happy to show you a short video with our previous candidate who is now doing his PhD in the very same department. So if we can have this video, please.
Motayo Ilisonmi. I studied electrical power engineering, MSc. I must say that the program has helped me a great deal in being what I am today. I would say that because I met somebody that was dear to me, my supervisor. He was quite helpful during the course of my program. And even now, as I am in my PhD, he is still a very great father figure to me. I made use a lot of the online facilities, so that will be the library, especially when you're working through dissertations and courseworks and all. I also made use of the available online software licenses. I think most people don't know about it, so it would be good because you could actually access any of the labs in GCU from the comfort of your home.
So that's one of our students. He was doing now his PhD. Now a bit about myself as a program leader for this program. My name is Mohamed Elgenedy, and I have obtained my BSc and MSc from Alexandria University with first class honors, and I have been the top of my class in 2007. I obtained my PhD from Strathclyde University in Electrical and Electronic Engineering in 2018. And after that, until I joined GCU in 2021, I have been working as a postdoc research associate and assistant in some of the prestigious higher education institutes, such as Texas A&M, Strathclyde, Queen's University at Belfast. More in our research is that I have been conducting several industrial and academic research with the Net Zero Technology Center, where we have been looking at electrifying the oil and gas sector. I've been also doing some research with Rolls-Royce in order to obtain an efficient motor generator set for aviation. And I also have been doing some research with £2 million fund with ABSRC and also Qatar Foundation. My research theme at the moment is for doing power electronic pulse generator for water and medical treatment. And the reason why I'm mentioning that, you can see the multidisciplinary our department is keen to always invest in. We have a variety of topics you can tap in terms of the projects, in terms of research. We can always encourage you to do the interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary in the power electronic side or the energy side. All are connected to bridge the gap and find novel idea. And this is your opportunity to find this in the MSc program for the electrical power engineering. With that being said about myself, about the program, let's first discuss the teaching methods. And before doing so, let's have a look at the program structure. The program is structured in some modules and some projects. So basically, you will have 2 trimesters doing your modules and then 1 trimester for the project. The trimester is basically, we can divide the year into 3 trimesters. We call them Tri A, Tri B, and Tri C. Tri A usually starts in September, Tri B in February, and Tri C in June. So basically, you will be doing your modules. You will pick up for the total modules will be the 8 modules, 4 at each trimester, basically Tri A and Tri B. If you successfully obtain these modules and passed all of them, so basically you are eligible now to go to the project stage. And this project stage will be the final stage, and it can be either taken in Tri A or B or C. After doing both of them, you will be eligible to obtain your MSc certificate from EBE. Now, all of these details about these modules, this project will be all delivered to you, leading you from the nose through our online GCU Learn platform, which is our virtual learning platform. All the module handbooks, all the details, all the assessments, all the materials for these lectures, and even the tutorials or lab will be always uploaded into this platform. And the moment that you receive your email, you will be able to access this GCU Learn facility. The program in general is designed according to the Scottish Credit and the Qualification Framework. This means that each and every module and even the project are designed to give you the outcomes based learning, and the assessments are to measure your quality of learning and the skills obtained for these program. So you rest assured that the program is synchronized by the Scottish framework and also adhere to the IET EHAB matrix. In terms of the teaching and the delivery methods, we have a variety of teaching and delivery methods for this program. The main one will be the lectures, where you are attending in a bigger theater with a large number of students, and the basic theory and the main stuff will be delivered in these lectures. Sometimes, because of the large numbers, you miss something, you need to recap with that. So rest assured again, through GCU Learn, the material will be available, and also sometimes pre-recorded and post-recorded lecture videos will be available for your help. So you can recap any missed material and you will always be up to date with the stuff taught to you. The second thing is the labs. The labs are really important to give you the experience of hands-on. So basically, it can be either experimentations done in our laboratory or even computer-based programs. And both of them are very related to the lecture materials and lecture topics, and gives you the sense of how to deliver this to the optimum, sensing the optimum solutions for certain problems, and how to understand the basic theory and justify the outcomes from the lecture material. Then we have the tutorials. It's the very same as the lecture, but with a lesser number of students, smaller numbers of students. And then in the tutorials, you will be faced with problem-based questions. And these problem-based are based on the lectures. And then you will have the opportunity as one-to-one consultation with the staff member in order to use the concepts or apply the concepts you have been given in the lectures. And then we have the projects. Most of the projects are driven by the industry. So we have case studies or have a project problem with certain industry, and then you will be able to study this project either in groups or individually, and then apply all the skills you have been taught in the module or the lectures, and find the solution either by simulation or by experimentation. And at the end of the day, you need to justify this in engineering knowledge, just so that this is applicable, this is not, and you can find the case unjustified. Last but not least, one of the things you can have as an experience in the university is the workshops and the site visits where applicable. Most of the time, we can organize a one-day workshop when we invite some of the industry partners and some of the guest lecturers to give you a lecture, to open the floor for you to discuss with them the cutting edge technologies that they have, the problems they face in the industry. Just open your mind to what is the market needing and what are the challenges, and then how you can apply this in your studies. Just to mention that not all of these teaching methods or delivery methods are applicable for each and every module. Each and every module has its own way to deliver the material associated with, and therefore it will be a mix and match between them, as long as it will provide you with the necessary skills for that module. Now, as it comes to the assessment, after you know the structure of the program, you know how we will taught you the program. Now we need to assess you in order to validate you to the degree of this MSc program. Again, the assessment is very dependent on the module. So we can have variety of assessments, and all of them are to test the ability, to test your ability in terms of the necessary skills. Have you gained these skills? Have you able to apply them? And again, all of them are accredited by the IET, Higher Education Program Matrix, or the EHAB. And then rest assured that all of the assessment methods are about to test your validation for the problem solving, for the critical thinking, for how to approach engineeringly the problems and the real life problems with the industry, and so on and so forth. So this is an example for some of the modules. You can see that probably we have the final exam or written exam. Not all the modules will share this final exam requirement, but also we have some we called courseworks, or you can think about them as an assessment or assignments. It depends from one module to another, and in the next slide, I'm going to show you the types of these courseworks. And again, it's dependent on the module. One of the traditional ways of to have the written exam, and the master level, probably not all the module will follow this approach, the written exams, where you have a limited number of hours to conduct some questions, and then probably this is the traditional way for the exams. More or less, we are prone to do some written conference papers. Probably most of the modules will adopt this approach. In this approach, you are requested to conduct a conference research paper, an academic paper. So basically, you are offered some topics related to the main theme of the module, and then you will use one of these topics, you choose one of these topics, either individually or with group according to the module, and then you are required to delve deeper into this topic, gather from the literature, from the library, from the academic papers, journals, conference, etc., find how to address this topic, and then probably apply this paper within a number of limited pages and text as well. Then there is another type, which is academic reporting. This type is mostly associated with the final MSc project. In this one, you are requested to attempt a thesis or a dissertation, and you should adhere to the university guidelines on writing this dissertation or thesis in terms of the plagiarism, in terms of citing the proper references, in terms of covering the literature review, the methodology you are using, and then justifying this also with simulations and this kind of stuff. And most importantly, at the end, how to draw a conclusion that is engineering wise, how you will apply your idea, and how you can approach the limitations, what are the advantages and disadvantages, and so on and so forth. So that's the essence of the academic reporting, and mostly you will face this in the final year project. Then the presentations, sometimes we ask you to provide us with a presentation, and in this presentation, it will be limited in time. And then you will be presenting your project or your idea or your topic of selection, or sometimes we give you some topics and we request you to do some research and then present to us in terms of these topics. And then you should present within like 15 minutes or so, and we will leave like 10 minutes for questions and answers. And then according to your dialogue and according to your answering these questions, you will be graded for the presentation. Last but not least, the case study and the design project. Most of the modules will give you a coursework or an assignment for a design problem or a case study. In this case study, you are required, after explaining to you the system or the sequence of the steps you should be carrying out, you will be asked to use a computer or software program in order to validate this design project, select the components, and justify this industry-wise, and then draw the conclusions. So that's some of the assessment methods available in our program. Not all of them, again, is applicable for each and every module. It is module dependent, and again, it is based on how the module is delivered to you. So with that being said, you have now know the structure of the module. You now know how you will be assessed. But again, we will always be there to support you. In terms of support, you can find an academic tutor. So normally, each and every student will be assigned to some academic staff member. We call this academic tutor. This is probably your first point of contact whenever you need anything or you need any help. Just email your academic tutor ask for guidance, ask for help, not just academically, but even for you through your progress during the trimester. And again, you will have the Learning Development Center. Tuleen has highlighted this pretty much because this is one of the very important centers for you to develop your English writing. If you need some support in mathematical development, or you need some software like MATLAB boosting and this kind of stuff, this is your first point of contact to achieve these goals. The library and learning resources is extremely important. We have Sir Alex Ferguson Library, have many resources, online resources, ebooks. You have papers, journals, conferences. You can even have the textbooks and borrow them from the library, or even use this for gathering with your gathering with your colleagues or discussing stuff with them. And again, the library stuff can help you with the citations and how to write probably or cite probably the resources, the images, avoid plagiarism and this kind of stuff. And all of this will be very helpful when you are writing a conference paper or writing your dissertation. And then we have the Campus Life team and the International Student Support Services. The Campus Life team is your first point of contact when you join the university for the sake of the ID, for the sake of the login details. And we expect that we have more international students for this program. So basically, the International Student Support Services will help you regarding the visa, regarding the stay, regarding the validation of your visa, and advice as long as you are staying with us. The student well-being team will help you not only physically, but also mentally. If you have any issues, disability, anything, you can just speak to them. All of these things will be confidential, and you can freely discuss this stuff, and we all here to support you. The IT support services will help you for the vast majority of the online software available. It can help you with your accessing GCU Learn, how to use the online courses available in the system. You can also seek help and support from the IT services. And last but not least, the extracurricular activities. All I have mentioned before is all related to your study, your stay in here, but be aware that you are not here to just do your study. You are here to develop yourself, to boost your CV, to make more friends, make more networking, get in touch with the industry. So again, we are always advising you to go to the ARC Center for Health and Fitness, join the GCU Student Association, work with the Student Leaders Program, volunteer with GCU, try to mentor one of the new colleagues, new students, and so on and so forth. So a lot of activities you can do in the extracurricular. All of these are aimed to boost your CV and boost your abilities as well. So with that being said, now if you are trying to access one of our staff members and whom to contact, so basically in GCU, we are very, very friendly in terms of the approaching our students. You can approach us by email. You can knock our doors because now most of us are returning to the campus. So basically, you can find us. We can do a private meeting if needed. We can give a general advice via phone. Our phones and are available also on the website. We can attend, and you can always find us in the lectures, the lab, the tutorials. At any time, you can ask us, not necessarily a pre-booked meeting or something, just drop us an email or ask us or phone us on our network phone. Again, the first one you should be approaching is your personal tutor. So again, each and every student will be assigned to an academic staff member as a year tutor, as a personal tutor. Simply, if you have any question or have any doubt, this is your first point of contact. For the modules, you can approach always the module leader for any questions, for any explanation regarding the assessment, regarding the structure of the module. This is your, again, good point of contact for this regards. And again, myself as a program leader, you can approach me and ask whatever you wish regarding the program in general, and also the modules individually if you wish. And last but not least, our Triple E head of department, Professor Tuleen, which is always there and always helpful and always happy to help whenever you need anything from our side. In terms of the accreditation, we have really emphasized several times that we are accredited by the IET, or the Institution of Engineering and Technology. And just to give you a brief understanding, what does it mean to be an accredited program? This means actually the program aligns the necessary criteria to prepare you for the career in the engineering industry. This is actually done through the so-called higher education program matrix, or the EHAB. And in this one, we are assuring that all the material taught to you are structures in terms of the program solving, critical thinking, novel ideas in terms of the industry. And all of these will help you when you are graduated from an accredited program to simply help you to pursue your chartered engineering or CEng in the future, which is really, really gold medal in your chest and will help you to boost your CV further. In terms of the most, I think, important part in your attending this program is the employability and the career options and earning potential. So basically, completing our program, remember that we are speaking about the state-of-the-art engineering and in terms of the renewable energy, electric vehicles, decarbonization. We have a lot of things to do about that. As I mentioned also, even for my perspective as a researcher, that we have a lot of inter and multidisciplinary you can do. So the ideas are unlimited and you can do whatever you wish, acquiring the necessary advanced knowledge and skills. You can come up with any idea you wish as long as it's novel, as long as it's within the engineering side. So basically, it will be applicable. So to give you a bit of flavor, I'm not going to list the jobs you can have, but I will give you the flavor of our program. The employability is very high and high profile industries. I will give you 3 examples. I will hide the names. We have 3 students from the last year. The 3 of them are appointed in GE, General Electric, Scottish Power, and SSE, which is Scotland Southern Energies. And the 3 of these companies are very, very big companies and high-profile companies as well. These 3 students actually are appointed in the HVDC engineering, power system engineering, and renewable energy engineering. So basically, all of these are related to this program, and all of them are managed to pass the interviews, provide them with the necessary knowledge just because they attended in our programs. Again, if you are not having the appetite for doing the industry work, you can join us academically. As you mentioned in the previous video, we showed you that we have some students that we give them the opportunity to continue their PhD if they have the appetite for that. Also, we have a lot of opportunities for research associate, for research assistant. You can help us to find the new ways to make our grid efficient and also green power. In terms of the earnings, the average GCU graduate earns about 30K per year. And again, this is a starter for a graduate, but imagine if you have several years of experience, having your charter engineering, having your knowledge, posting your knowledge and skills. So basically, the salaries can be reaching 50K per year or sometimes surpassing 70K. So a lot of earning potentials around you, and you can see the opportunities are there and unlimited because of we are working in a very demanding field of decarbonization, renewable energy, mobility, electric vehicles, etc. So a lot of opportunities around us. With that being said, I think that's all at my side. Again, as Albert Einstein said, everything should be made simple as possible, but not simpler. I have tried to make this applicable to my presentation, and hopefully you can use this for your reference as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. It was really insightful from both yourself, Tuleen, and Mohamed. So just to finish up our webinar today, we have our special guest today. We have Kalpesh, who is one of our current students. I'd like to invite him to speak for a little while about his experience. What have you enjoyed, Kalpesh? What do you enjoy about the programme, about your lecturers, about student experience on campus and off campus, living in and around Glasgow?
Yeah, thank you so much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Esteemed faculty, Dr. Mohamed and Professor Tuleen, and my incoming student. As a senior student in the Electrical Power Engineering program, it is my honor and privilege to welcome each and every one of your incredible journey of knowledge and innovation and discovery. I congratulate on being a part of the GCU Electrical Power Engineering family, I would say. I just wanted to share my experience. When I initially started in this program, I was filled with the enthusiasm and expectation. Today, I stand here with the great pleasure and joy at being a part of this program. I would say electrical power engineering is not just a course of study. It is a passion, a calling, and a pathway of shaping your future in the energy sector. I can also say that this program is designed to equip you with the strong foundation in a module like where I really enjoy studying for power system protection and control, power electronics and drive, smart grid and sustainable energy system, and advanced AC/DC transmission system. And I can surely tell you that you will have this opportunity to discover this variety of cutting edge technology that are applicable in the modern engineering and the present industries. Uh, One of the best aspects of studying engineering, I would say, is a hands-on experience in the engineering lab. You can use the softwares like MATLAB and ERAC for assignment simulation projects. Moreover, I also tell you that don't shy away from seeking guidance from our distinguished faculty members. They are expert in their field, and their guidance will prove very valuable to your knowledge. Uh, Beyond the classroom and lab, one of the greatest asset available to you is 24 by 7 library access. It is a treasure of knowledge, I would say. It's filled with the lots of books, journal, resources that you can cater to your academic need. I can tell you that take advantage of this vast collection of material, and you will be amazed at the wealth of information available at your fingertip. Also, GCU has a good campus facility, so many societies to join related to your interests as well. Have cafeterias and fitness centers. Mm, Further, I can tell you, we as a senior student are here to help you and direct you whenever you require or seeking for help. Please do not hesitate to contact us anytime if you want to assist any advice or any inquiry regarding any module or any subject. We are more than eager to offer you our experience and ideas. I also wish to tell you that the path will have its ups and downs, but patience and hard work will pay off in tremendous benefit to your career. Please remember that success in this program is not solely measured by grade, marks, or any achievement, but by the passion and dedication you bring to your studies and the project, and how you enhance your knowledge to get the platform for a future employability in the sector. I would want to take this opportunity once again to express my sincere congratulations to everyone, and I wish you very all the best for future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was really helpful and really insightful, and I'm sure our incoming students will have enjoyed hearing about a genuine student experience. So we're just going to wrap up, and I'd just like to thank everybody who's presented today for giving up their time, and thank everybody who is listening for your continued interest in coming to join us at Glasgow Caledonian University.